Hello and welcome back to another Hot Hit 444 set review. Today we have set number 71843, Rogue's Mech Dragon Rider, from the new Dragon's Rising wave, with 584 pieces. We have minifigs, Rogue, Aaron, Rox, Spectral Dragonian Warrior. So, without further ado, let's take a look at the back of the box. We have Rogue going into the mech, the reveal blade, and a nice image of the set on the back. So let's thumb tabs. Okay, so there is a fair bit. We have 2 instruction books. Interesting, we usually only get 1. We have bag 5, bag 2, bag 3, bag 4, bag 1, and bag 6. 6 numbered bags, and some vinyl pieces for the cape and wings, it seems. Now there's a stick sheet in here somewhere. Ah, here it is. And a small sticker sheet. So, let's get building. And this is Rogue's Mech Dragon Rider. And honestly, I gotta say, this is a really cool set, with a decent minifig selection too. But yeah, just taking a look at the overall build itself before we dive on into the mech, then the dragon. The whole thing combined looks great. I love the contrast of the dark tan, the dark blue, and the regular blue, and the dark red of the mech, on the predominantly dark blue, white, light grey, and translucent yellow of the dragon. The two colour schemes definitely mix quite well together, and the build looks great from all angles. And I'm honestly disappointed I haven't picked up a Mech Rider set before, because these are great. Just giving you a look at this from all angles. But yeah, let's take a look at the mech, then the dragon. So this is the mech that Rogue, or Jay, gets in this set, and it looks very good. Taking a closer look at the body, where Jay is, can see that he uses the mech cockpit piece from the Nexonite battle suits, except it's kind of got a small sub-build up top, which I really like. The whole body of the mech is decent, with the reddish-brown colour at the back, and it has a ball joint for this nice-looking vinyl cape piece. This looks really good, and has RJ on it for Rogue J, I assume. And this vinyl cloth piece looks great on this mech. I love it. And the other clip is for Jay's weapon, which is actually a miniature build of this lantern staff thing that he also gets, which can swap between hands, but I will do it. No. Well, you can do it. As you can see, there's a technic hole there. But yeah, the arms of the mech are asymmetrical. This one has a giant tan pauldron on the side of it with J on it, the letter. And I love this Nexo power piece and dark tan. That is awesome. And then under the vinyl piece, it's just plain and barren under there, just a couple of blue pieces, and that's it. Onto the legs, those are symmetrical. We have some dark tan armour on the top part and blue Nexonite shields on the bottom. And then these kind of sandal-like builds. The last time I remember seeing those is on Lloyd and Aaron's team-up mechs from 2 years ago. But this time I think they pulled this off nicely. And in terms of articulation, this mech is actually really good for it. The arms can do a full 360 and come out as well. And yeah, it's very decent. Aside from, you've probably heard a few other people say it, but I hate this piece. Don't like it, because it limits articulation, and especially for the arms, it only has the shoulder. So yeah, it's a bit disappointing. But I must admit, Rogue looks very nice and ominous in this mech. But let's look at the dragon. Jesus Christ. So this is the dragon that the mech goes on, and this looks very good as well. Just starting at the head here, the head is actually done really nicely. We've got light grey going underneath it, which I didn't expect, but very much appreciated here. We even have the new wisp piece that you saw on Ron2 in Trans Pink, this time in Trans Yellow, and that looks great. This even has the head for Jiro as well, which I very much like. Was first introduced on Zane's Ice Dragon Creature build, I think. So, yeah. Then we have a few lanterns coming down the gold-plated back. Just moving that out the way. And yeah, you can see kind of the dark blue armouring as well around the wing. In kind of this engine-like build down here. I very much enjoy the greebling or the engine build that they've done here instead of just tiling it off or something. Moving on to the wing here. The wing is tipped with the C-bound blade piece, and it even has an engine out the back. In a decent way of articulation, got full 360. You can move it a decent way up and down, and a decent way forward and back too. And we even have the kind of claw thing here, with 2 posable fingers. There's quite a few of this finger piece as well included in this set, so hope you like that. But yeah, on the head has an articulatable jaw, although the head is connected with to the bottom jaw, which does limit the posability up, unfortunately. Moving on to the legs, these are very similar to Gero from 2 years ago. Might hear this set a few times. In terms of articulation, we've got decent way up. We can go around until we hit the wing, so nearly a full 360. You just got to keep an eye out for that wing. But yeah, and the feet, there are those mech fingers again that I mentioned. We've got articulation side to side, none forward and back, but we do have a little bit of rotation there, so that's something, I guess. Yeah, this Technic hole, I wish all they had to do was just put a pin in there. Just a pin. The saddle of the mech is decent, with the brown ingots and the gold on the front and back. There are the clips that attach to the bars on the bottom here of the mech. And finally, the tail. The tail definitely, the tail swings forward and back a decent amount. And yeah, it honestly looks very good. We've got 3 points of articulation, and the final segment is a sword, so kinda reminiscent of most dragons these days. So yeah, and then how you combine the two is pretty simple. Clips to bars and snap them together. Now you can have the legs go back like this, or forward on top of the legs like this. I'll probably pose mine back, although for the sake of the review I'll do this. And yeah, it doesn't look too bad, to be honest. It looks pretty damn good. And you can get some pretty dynamic poses out of this too. It's sturdy enough to stand on... Hang on, I've seen reviews have it stand on one leg. I know it's possible. Okay, maybe it's possible without the mech. Oh, oops. I was sure of this. Yeah, well, if you can get up to pose on one leg, then good for you, but I can't, and I'm not going to try for 2 hours for the sake of the review. But yeah, this is a really good build, and before you go away, yes, I do recognise J Chicken Jockey. Yep, I do see it. In fact, this is how I introduced this set to one of my friends, and he just laughed. So, yeah. Anyway, let's take a look at the minifigures, then my overall thoughts. Here are the first 2 minifigures. We have Rogue, or Jay, on this side, and Aaron on this side. Funnily enough, we have both the ninja that are kinda quote-unquote dark or evil this time around. Not traditional heroes, so yeah. First off, we'll take a look at Jay, because we haven't seen him on this channel before. His design as Rogue is very nice, and this weapon he uses here is actually meant to be a scaled down version of his mech weapon, as you probably would have heard, so yeah, just detach that. It's just a sword and a couple bar pieces and handles and all. But yeah, I love the predominantly dark blue on here, and I do like the sand blue on one side, with the arm included as well. Just a shame he didn't come with the gold armor piece, the same one on the tournament suits from last year. But oh well, he needed to not include it for the mech, so yeah, I understand. However, he kinda matches the ninja suits from this time around, with dark tan up top on the torso and a dark red belt on the legs, so yeah, he kinda matches them there. Taking a look at the back, because you can, he has the same J symbol from the mech, and more of the dark tan cloth coming around. And just like on the front, he has some gold cloud and lightning details, which is very cool. And he even has a couple tassels like that suit as well, with RJ, to signal his two identities. Just taking the straw hat off, same as Rox and Kerr. And we'll take the blue half mask off as well, well, dark blue half mask. And you can see he has an all-new face print, which looks awesome. And yeah, obviously there wouldn't be anything on the back. But yeah. Now, taking a look at Aaron, he has this translucent red reveal blade, which looks very cool. And just taking the banner from the Spectral Dragonian here, you can reveal what's there. So, that's nice. But, we'll take a look at him up close. Next, just taking this blade away, he also has a prismatic lantern, which is nice. Which is, well, I don't know the story implications of that, but yeah. But yeah, the golden katana is kind of standard for ninja these days. But yeah, I do like the dark take on Aaron's original suit. Instead of the orange dragon, we have a spray paint magenta dragon. He has orange straps all over him, the orange arm is now black. The yellow for the armor and the hood is now black as well, with this being the same one that Cole uses in 2023. And yeah, taking a look at the back, take the armor and that off. The spray painted dragon continues further and says Aaron's name there too. Now for the final two minifigures, we have Rox, another member of the Forbidden Five and one of the leaders, and a Spectral Dragonian. So, taking a look at the Spectral Dragonian, I love the colour scheme here. Definitely an improvement over the regular Dragonians. He has this very cool light blue, white and red banner here, which was used with the reveal blade earlier, so let's get that out of the way. He has a nice looking light aqua sword here as well, with the monkey kid hilt piece in dark grey, which is nice. And just taking a look at the minifigure itself here, oh my. The ghost tail piece in the light aqua and translight blue is very good. The red on this minifigure is a little out of place, but I suppose it makes it pop, so I'll allow it. The translucent light blue arms are very nice, and the Dragonian armor piece is recolored in dark blue here. Same as the dragon on the back, which you can take off. And yeah, this is now dark blue. Wish the clips weren't black, but dark blue as well. Just so they line up better with the red clips on the Dragonians from the first half of the year. But we have the top piece recolored in gunmetal grey, and it has red horns as well. But just taking some armor off, I do like how the armor can still work with the ghost tail too. I think they designed that so it would work for this half of the year as well. But yeah, I love this armored up design here with the red. Well, the red wrapping is reminiscent of the first half Dragonians. This face print is very nice as well, with the dark azure on the front as well, and taking a look at the back, the faceprint even has the Forbidden 5 symbol, which you can use the reveal blade for, just to reveal that even better, which looks very nice. That dragon symbol does too. But yeah, we have some more armor on the back, and then some dark azure and dark blue printing as well back there. So yeah, astonishing minifigure. Speaking of astonishing, we have Rox here, who is very awesome. Another member of the Forbidden 5, just missing Kerr now. But yeah, we have the Monkey Kid hilt piece in sand green as well, with an interesting sword blade. Not the sword I would have picked for it, but oh well. That's fine. Just taking that off of her. Her robe is lined with the wooden plate faces. The face design is similar to her brother Noct. Speaking of things that are similar, she has this armor piece as well here, but that's not present on the show design. Instead, she has a black cape. But the legs, mid-legs, for the first time in Ninjago, which is cool. I do like the yellow bowl design down there. I don't know what that is, but that looks nice. She has the same grey line patterning that her brother has as well. And her undershirt is grey and torn up as well. But her face print as well, that looks awesome. Just taking the brown straw hat off, which that's all new for this year as well. But yeah, this face print, that is awesome. In fact, I'm surprised that the white is actually printed on as white. Usually it would be kind of like an off orange. But no, it's not, which is great. We have some metallic printing there with the gold teeth. That looks nice. The dark orange eyes are also nice. And just the facial markings as well look good too. Taking a look at the back, her back head printing is the same style as Noct. She has the same Forbidden 5 symbol back there as well, except in yellow and silver, which is nice. And just some more of that wooden plating back there as well. I would have preferred if she used dark brown instead of just regular brown, but this is a fine alternative. And yeah, that is my review for Rogue's Mech Dragon Rider. Now, one thing I haven't touched on is the price. And I paid $100 for this at Kmart. It's the same price at the warehouse, but Lego is charging $120 for it. This is not worth $120. 560 pieces for $120? No way. Well, 580. But yeah, this is not worth $120. $100? Yeah, I would recommend it for $100 actually. I would have preferred $90 for this. That would have been a perfect deal if it was $90. But no, you can't get this for $90. It's $100 at the cheapest. But yeah, this is a good set for that. So, what would I score this out of 10? I'd honestly score it a 9 out of 10. This is a really good set to pick up, and it's a good way to get your hands on one of the Forbidden 5. A decent build as well. Well, 2 decent builds that can combine. The only thing that's holding this back, in my opinion, is a little bit the price, but a little bit the minifig selection. While it is good, the 4 minifigures are good, and they're great cheap ways to get them as well, even though Rogue comes in a cheaper set, and complete as well. But yeah, I would have preferred a couple more minifigures, even if it's just one, say an extra Dragonian maybe. But, oh well, that's fine. So yeah, that'll pretty much wrap it up for my thoughts here today, and I shall see you in the next video. Like and subscribe, and ciao.